This is a video to show you how to make a contact sheet from Bridge. I have both Bridge open and I have Photoshop open. We're going to use both. I'm using Bridge so that if I have a lot of images and I only want a couple in a contact sheet, on a PC you can hold Control, on a Mac Command, and you can select separate images and make a contact sheet just with the images that you select. I want to use a lot of images, all my images in one time to make a contact sheet with all of the images. So it's going to be making several contact sheets. I click on the first image, scroll down, hold down Shift, and select the last image. So if you scroll up, you'll see everything is selected. I go up to Tools, down to Photoshop, Contact Sheet 2, and you see Photoshop pops up here where I've selected 23 images. I'm using down here in the document that I'm making for the contact sheet. It's in images. It's going to be 8 by 6 inches. It's a little bit smaller than 8 by 10. And my resolution is 300. I'm in RGB, red, green, blue, 8-bit. Flatten all the layers. What will happen if you don't flatten all the layers, you will have a large PSD that has a layer for every image. So I always flatten the layers. Your thumbnails will tell you how you are organizing your contact sheet. So I have 3 columns going this way, and I have 3 rows going horizontally this way. Just below that, I keep this on for the file name. I name some of my images, so I want to make sure that I have this on. This will include the image and the name that I've given each of the images. So I click OK, and you can see here in Photoshop that it starts to, I can't move this, but you can see on the side that it starts to pull all of these images together, and it will flatten them. So it starts out by making the contact sheet, and it has a layer for each image. As it finishes the contact sheet, it flattens it. So instead of 9 layers, it's going to have, well, actually it'll have 18 because it has a text layer for each of the photographs or images. So it flattens all of those layers. So we should have 3. Contact sheet 1 has 9 images, 3 by 3. These are rows. These are the columns. The second one, 9 again. The third one has the leftover, so that would be 9, 18, and then 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 23 images. I'm going to save each of these. I'll start with contact sheet 1 and do a file, save as. And I'm going to save them in 2 different ways so you can see what I'm doing. I'm still in the desktop. I've made a folder called Contact Sheet Practice. Contact Sheet 1. This is a PSD. I'm going to save that as a PSD, but I'm also going to save as a JPEG, because I want you to see the difference in the size of this. So Contact Sheet 1, save as a JPEG. It already exists. I'm going to save that. Okay. I'm closing this. Now I have Contact Sheet 2. I'm just going to save this as a JPEG, not a PSD. So just as a JPEG. And then the third one, now when it says this, I just clicked it and it says, you want to save the changes to it. It would be saving it to a PSD. I don't want to save the PSD, so I'm going to click no. We're back to now the last one, which is contact sheet 3. And that is a save as, also as a JPEG. Save, and yes. Okay, and I'm going to close this and minimize these guys. And here's my folder with my images that I've just made. Contact sheet 1, contact sheet 2 and 3. This is, you'll see, this is the JPEG. This is the PSD for contact sheet 1. This file is 3,000 kilobytes. This is 15,000 kilobytes. So that's the PSD. It's 5 times the size of this. That's why I don't make it as a PSD. The PSD is a much denser file. I just need the JPEGs. So this is the end of how to make a contact sheet using Bridge and Photoshop. I'm going to make a second video that I will name combining your contact sheets into a PDF, a portable document file. And that will be my next video. And you can watch that if you want to combine, if I'm going to combine contact sheet 1, 2, and 3 into one file. So right now, each of these is a separate file. I'm going to make it one. So that will be in the next video.